Hey, how's it going? This is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. I wanted to thank you for trying out our site auditor. I wanted to follow up here with a video analysis and provide some further insight into your website and to kind of see what I can see as a search marketer and see what's been working for you in terms of your SEO and how we could help you in taking your website to the next level and start bringing a lot more traffic than you are now. So just in case you didn't receive that site audit from the site auditor, let me know. We've had some issues with it forwarding out. If you haven't gotten it, we definitely want to make sure that you do get it, and we'll just make sure it gets forwarded out. Just shoot me an email and let me know that you did get it, and we'll do that. But otherwise, let me go ahead and get started here in this video analysis and see what I can see. So right off the bat, what I did was I entered your URL and your website information to a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website. And so what I can see right off the bat is your number of referring domains and backlinks. So your referring domains and backlinks are the number of websites that are out there that are currently pointing back to your website via a hyperlink. What I mean by that is there is a blog out there that's called vacationfunblog.com. And they go out there and make a post and they say, and at the end of it they say, hey, if you need anything about beach vacations, go check out this website, BeachSpot.org. And so and then if a person clicks on that link, it'll take them back to your website. Google actually tracks all of these links that point back to your website and uses that data to determine how authoritative and how relevant your website is for a certain keyword that you're trying to rank for. And so it's kind of like a popularity contest, and you just want a lot of these quality websites that are, in this case, relevant to your website. In this regard, it'd be like vacations and things like that, and beach vacations. And you want a lot of these things pointing back to your website. It's going to show Google that you're popular. You have a lot of people that are referring their visitors to your website, and it's just a good measure that Google uses to determine how authoritative your website is. So right now what I can see is you're at 61 referring domains on 47,000 backlinks. That seems a little bit spammy, the number of backlinks on referring domains. I would recommend getting to about 300-400 referring domains on about 3,000-4,000 backlinks. So I assume that most of the backlinks that you're getting on the referring domains is probably from like 1 or 2 sites. And it's considered spammy if you have a ton of backlinks coming from just one web page, and it's just not natural. So I would clean that up for you if we were to work together, see what's going on, and then just start throwing on those links on there to show Google that you're authoritative. And we do have our own source of vendors and providers, and we have our own methods of obtaining them, but we do vet it and make sure all the links are quality so that it's going to help with your SEO efforts and not hurt it ever. Right. So your organic traffic is the number of people that are visiting your website per month on average. This tends to be a little bit less than what it actually is, but at least it's a good ballpark. Now, what I wanted to do next was I wanted to show you right here. This Keywords Explorer tool here within Ahrefs allows us to take a look at what kind of keywords is actually getting searched into Google per month, as well as how many searches per month that search gets, as well as how difficult it is to actually rank for that. So you can see right out here off the bat, the phrase beach vacations has 4,000 searches per month on 12 KD. So great volume, right? I mean, imagine how much that could do to your business if you were to capture at least even half of this per month, right? Keyword difficulty of 12 isn't bad. It's just going to be one of those things where you can't get this to rank on the first page within a month or 2. It would be closer to about 6 months, 6, 7, maybe 8 months for you to rank on the first page for this kind of phrase. So instead what I would do is, instead of just focusing on ranking this keyword right here, beach vacation, vacations or beach vacation, what I would do is I would actually go in there and kind of work my way backward. What I want to do is I want to look for relevant keywords that have low KD. So this one right here, Small World Vacations. Now I know it's a brand, but you can see how many searches of volume that they get per month, as well as the keyword difficulty of that, which means 0, which means it's very, very easy for you to get on the first page of Google for something like this. And you know, there's nothing wrong with taking over a couple of keywords for your competitors, right? It's just like if someone were to go to a retail mall and they were intending to go there to pick up some Nike shoes, and they see Pumas, and then instead, and they really like this Puma pair of shoes that's out there for Puma, and they instead go with Puma, right? So there's nothing wrong with competitors competing for the same kind of keyword, and you could do the same thing with their keyword, the Small World Vacations, and start. Maybe you might not get the very #1 spot, but you can even claim the #2, #3, #4 spot and collect volume that way. Because at the end of the day, the people that are searching for Small World Vacations, what are they looking for? They're looking for a vacation. They're looking for a getaway, and that's the kind of thing that you can provide for them. So best beach getaways, that could be a great one. Keyword difficulty 4, 1,300 searches. Cheap Florida vacations. Now this is targeted to Florida. You could make an inner page for that, and so that's actually a good segue to what I would do next. So like I said, I would collect 10 of these keywords, right? The ones that have the most search volume, low keyword difficulties. That way you rank for them as soon as possible, start getting traffic, and start converting them into sales and things like that. And so I would come up with those 10, and what I would do is I would actually make an inner page for each one of those keywords that I wanted to target. So you can see right here, if I were to type in Caribbean, you can see that it's not the homepage URL, but it's actually an inner page within your website. So it's actually beachspot.org/category/Caribbean, right? So what I would do is I would actually, let's say that I wanted to target the key phrase right here, Small World Vacations. What I would do is I would, instead of, I would get rid of the category part, and I would type in, I would make an inner page, beachspot.org/small-world-vacation. That way Google can recognize exactly what page that page is going to be about, and then once you hash out the content on there, as well as once we start linking to that inner page, it's just going to show Google, not only is it going to show Google that you're authoritative because you're starting to have all these links starting to point back to your website, it's also going to show Google how relevant that web page is for the specific keyword, because you have everything, that's all the elements there that Google's looking for to determine exactly what you're trying to rank for. You have that inner page that specifically mentions the keyword in there. The content is going to sprinkle in those kinds of key phrases in there so that the content will actually be centered around that keyword. And so all of this is kind of like this big trifecta of good things that Google's looking for, and Google's going to recognize and start moving you up in Google's rankings organically for those kinds of phrases. And I would go ahead and make 10 of those inner pages for every single one of those 10 keywords, hash out the content for them, at least 1,000 words of content, because that's how Google recognizes that you are relevant to this space as well as authoritative, because you have good content and a lot of content, right? And so that's the kind of thing that we would do. That way we can start collecting and capturing more traffic to your website from the lower hanging fruit, whereas this one would take 6 to 8 months. These things like where it has 0 KD would take, a month or 2 at most. And so that's the kind of thing that we do. We've had some great results for our clients, and that's the kind of thing that I want to provide for you. You've already done a great job of starting to build this website out. It's just a matter of kind of working hand in hand with us and making sure that we're tweaking and doing all the things that Google's looking for. That way you can get a lot more traffic to your website and start getting them through the process that way. So I'll wrap it up here. What I'll do is I'll actually attach my phone number at the end of the email that I send out to you. That way, in case you want to talk about anything that I said, we can just talk over the phone. Otherwise, we can just bounce back and forth via email. But like I said, I'd love to get started on this. It's just a matter of starting the communication, talking about pricing, and kind of moving forward through the So I appreciate it again if you kind of watch this video all the way through, and hope to talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, and take care.